Um, yeah, it is on. One of the things I noticed in the last video was that I am on Vicodin, so I'm a little slower than usual. I'm sorry to be a little bit retarded, but oh well, I'm doing what I'm doing. One of the things I don't hear being discussed too much is the journey itself, and I think all of us, including myself, because we have to justify ourselves to, and don't say you don't have to justify yourself, otherwise we wouldn't be sitting back expressing ourselves the way we do, because that's all justification. It's all defiant. Yes, I am. Even me. And there are changes. There are huge changes, at least in my experience. And I'll skip right to hormones. One of the things that a couple of gals brought up was, they kept telling me, and of course I wouldn't listen to them, don't get in a relationship if you're just starting hormones. You're going to change. Well, no, I was in love. We were in love. Everything was wonderful. This wasn't going to be an issue. And I've got to say, it was about 2 years, a little more than 2 years into hormones, going on 3, that I had, and I've heard other girls have had similar moments, but I refer to it as the scales coming off my eyes. There were so many constructs that I had built in my mind about me and life and what I wanted and expectations. Over 40 years, a few of those constructs are going to get in place. And I remember sitting in the park watching the river, and I could just feel all those constructs melt away. And I realized that if I'm going through this journey, which doesn't end for any of us, surgery or no surgery, and this journey is all about being me, that all of those constructs needed to melt, and I had to quit defending them. And I reevaluated everything in my life at that point, and it didn't have anything to do with gender. It had to do with hormones. I mean, I could tell it was because my brain was finally getting wired the way it was supposed to be through the influence of hormones, that there was a lot more clarity to my own dreams and desires and goals. And I don't hear people talk about that much on YouTube, off YouTube. If you bring it up in a private conversation with another sister, there'll be this, oh yeah, I kind of remember when this, that, the other thing happened, and it's real similar. I mean, there is a change of personality. I mean, not just the hormones, I wasn't got to worry about crying. Oh Christ, that part I wasn't quite ready for at work. I'm very passionate about my job, and I didn't realize that a lot of the passion I used to express at work would now be expressed in tears. So yeah, that's one of the reasons for the cigarettes, is if I start feeling all emotional about something, I run out and have a cigarette. It's a way of running away and hiding, and I have to figure out how to get another crutch for that. But anyway, there is more to hormones than is really talked about. It is altering. But for me, my therapists over the years, they all wanted to give me antidepressants. Well, I was suicidal most of my life, and none of them worked. I still remain depressed, and chemical lobotomy, no thank you. But I tried them, and every time a new one came out, I tried them. And one of the cinchers for me that I needed to do this was within 3 months on estrogen. The cloud that had been over my head following me, it was just gone. For the first time in my life since puberty, I wasn't suicidal. Yeah, I still got depressed. Yeah, I was even more emotional than ever before, but it was like the sun finally came out. And I just wish with some of these depressed patients that, the Xanax and the the list, or if you don't, hopefully you never will. All the different drugs that are thrown at people. I keep wondering if maybe the medical side of the house should at least inquire, because my God, that would have saved a hell of a lot of time and given me a lot more of my life back if I would have been allowed to have the clarity sooner, instead of going through this battery of crap. But anyway, with the hormones, one thing I don't hear talked about a lot is the life-changing effects. The physical effects, yeah, and the crying and the physical effects always seems to be out there, and the emotional change. But there is, to my experience and to my mind, there has been some subtle changes that have made great changes in the quality of my life. Anyway.